Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Final Fantasy XVI.
But this is their home.
Last time we left off, we were hanging out over here, and we gotta go to Port Isolde. So,
This is no time to ride.
oh, no time to ride.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Alright. Well, we got quite a walk ahead of us. And, yeah, so... yeah, this whole area has been, like, super messed up. God. Poor things. Alright, let's go this way then. Now can I? Now I can Ambrosia.
Ready, go?
Yeah. Okay, is there stuff down there? Appears that there might be. But once again, I don't really have to fight the enemies most of the time. Although Devil Crab is new. Right? Devil Crab is kinda new. I don't see any treasures here though, but... oh, I'll fight them just because they're new. Hello. And Smacky. I mean, it's a palette swap of something I've already fought before, but still. Whoop. And there's not much going on with them, but I might as well. If I just start ignoring all the enemies, I'll probably get a little bit under leveled. So, but currently I am 4 levels higher than the things here, so I'm starting to think I can just straight up ignore a lot of the random encounters that we run into. But yeah, there we go. We beat those up. Yeah, it's just so much easier to ignore combat now that we have Ambrosia. She's such a good girl. Goodbye. And I have so many of the resources and stuff we need, but once again, if I ever need to like grind for some resources, I can just come to the specific area that drops these things and just grab them.
What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Alright. More stuff to collect down here. Hello, devil crabs. Let's see. So, treasures? Down here? No.
That's the main gate.
Whoop.
And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Kind of reminds me of the start of Dragon Age 2, where like all the refugees from like Lothering and various other places are trying to get into the town that most of Dragon Age 2 takes place in. Alright, so we can go over there, can't get in here. I was just curious. Okay, so pretty linear little area so far. We're here.
Let us pass! My children are starving!
Have mercy!
Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, get enough
Fuck off! And you jealous bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your style! Cut you down where you stand! Just try it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting through there. That looks like that's about to turn into something very bad, though.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no.
Sewer level?
My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. The Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Alright, black light burns. Cool, so we are getting in
I
there.
haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Possibly. Alright, so in over this way. So yeah, we can't go in through that gate, but it looks like I can get in over here. Hello. Down we go. Hello. The Lazarus District.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Yep. So let's see. If we look here, there we go. An exclusive walled residential area situated just outside the eastern edge of Port Isolde was once the jewel in the city's crown and home to many of the nobles of the duchy. However, after the Empire moved its capital to the Crystalline Dominion, Port Isolde was all but abandoned, and this once grand district was soon overrun with thieves and cutthroats. It's a hive of scum and villainy. Alright. Treasure. So we're probably going to be running into some footpads and stuff over here, if I had to guess. Come on out, footpads. I dares ya, I do. I double dog dares ya. Anything? No? Yeah, once again, fairly linear area here.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Well, you all really want to die, huh?
Or not.
Hello. Alright. Oh wow, you stupid idiots are only level 21. Do you realize the danger you are in right now? It's so funny every single time. Oh my god. Just watching them bounce around like a bunch of idiots. I mean, what do they do to that? Just summon a tornado and they're just all dead.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that.
Hey!
Dead.
What's up?
Perhaps it's time you joined him.
It's Wade.
Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
I expect to run into you here.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Well, damn, Wade, you're looking good. I was wondering when you would show back up, since the game clearly said you did not die, so...
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
So were those your people I murdered, or were those just like some thieves or something?
This endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Hello.
I suppose we owe you our thanks. You spared us when you could have just as easily sent us to the mud.
Okay, so yeah, that was you guys that I beat the hell out of. Okay. I mean, I did just toss you around with magic a little bit.
We'll show them that the fire in our hearts is not so easily quenched. The Black Shields won't know what hit them.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed to insinuate that there were a bunch of thieves and brigands that lived here as well, so I was like, was that a separate group, or was that Wade's group and we just beat them up? But no, it was.
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
What is it you require?
Nothing that you're selling, friend. Yeah, nothing that you're selling. Although, Desert Rose? Despite its rose-like appearance, this delicate sandstone formation found in the deserts of Dhalmekia is no rose, but instead an inexplicable peculiarity of nature. A reminder that humankind will never fully comprehend the world in which we live. Said to bring good luck. I could get like 5 of them for like nothing.
As you wish,
Sure.
my lord.
I'll buy a few.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Old Hill have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Alright, let's go beat some ass. Party members. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be accompanied by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway. Yay! Hey, Wade. You with me? Wade's with me! Yeah! We got Wade. We got Wade on the squad.
We'll keep them from the bridge. Don't you worry.
You'd better. Brother Wade's life depends upon it.
May the blessing of
Whoop.
Phoenix go with you.
Thank you. Alright, so Black Shields. Order of Knights instituted by Empress Annabella in one of her first acts as Vicereine of the Royal Province. While they most often march in small groups, their main host has been known to rally together to conduct large-scale raids. They are tasked with purging the impurities from the province, to which end they conduct cullings of both bears and those judged to be ducal loyalists. Loyal Shield of Rosaria, though he was thought to have died during the attack on Phoenix Gate, he somehow survived not only the disaster but the Imperial conquest that followed. He and other like-minded shields took up residence in the abandoned Lazarus and formed the Guardians of the Flame, brothers in arms who died, or who fight for the restoration of the duchy. It's actually funny that it says, though he was thought to have died during the attack on Phoenix Gate, because it super spoiled that he was still alive when we looked at, like, the affinity chart character interaction map that we looked at earlier, because it did not list Wade as dead. I feel like they should have listed Wade as dead there, and then it would have been more of a surprise, because yes, I knew Wade was alive because I looked at that. So, clandestine group of ducal loyalists who led the rebellion against the imperial occupation of Rosaria and Empress Annabella. Many of their number are drawn from those who survived the imperial attack on Phoenix Gate in the year 860, who know full well the Empire's involvement in the duchy's fall. They make their home in the abandoned Lazarus district outside Port Isolde, where they conduct their raids to free bearers from the imperial yoke. Alright. Let's get out of here.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village. We tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
I see. You also have your own chocobo? Yeah. Let's go! Alrighty, so... what is this over here? Refugees and stuff? That was the Black Shields.
The bastards are looking.
The bastards looking at my axe.
On your command, my lord.
Alright. Hello.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. from the Guardians of the Flame. Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame!
Oh, okay, if you insist.
For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Hello.
Your petty revolution ends here.
Oh my god.
Use our swords, we swear.
That did so much damage. Wow, you're all incredibly weak. Okay, yeah, methinks maybe I should stop killing everything. We need to avoid more combat. Holy shit, that did a lot.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them. Nice try.
Ow. Ow. Listen here, you little bastard. Later. Give me that, Torgal. Thank you. Torgal, kill! There we go. Oh, hey, it's a Dragoon.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Night of the Lasting Dark, huh? Oh, I was trying to time that. God, that precision dodge is way better now. Down here. Beautiful. Uh-huh. Drop one of these.
There's no one left to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You ain't finish him.
Yeah, you're not gonna be lasting much longer, friend. Alright. Later. God, I do so much damage now. It's absurd. Oh, hey, an Imperial Link. Thank you. The enemy reinforcements came in, but I killed the boss too fast.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to do that alone, Wade. You're a badass, but...
Lost one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord. Perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Alright, there we go. And we get a pretty good amount of renown for that as well, so I can go back to the hideaway and get some good stuff.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
we have like a collection of these things now.
Pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
We're slowly accruing a battle vest of all of these seals. By battle vest, I mean like the thing that like musicians wear. The like vest with all of the different pins on it and stuff like that. God, we have so many.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Look at that War Panther stuffed. That kitty's been eating good.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot.
loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
This is great.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you.
That was just abrupt and not at all what I expected. What was that? The elementary school play? What? I was Santa Claus in my elementary school play. God, that was funny. That was cool getting to see Clive like act like that. Younger brother of the late Archduke Elwyn and Warden of Port Isolde, after the duchy was incorporated into the Empire and Byron stripped of his titles, he shut himself away in his manor and gladly volunteered every gill of the onerous taxes and tariffs with which he was newly burdened, all to avoid drawing the Empire's ire and to keep their attentions from his support of the Guardians of the Flame. And the highest noble houses of Old Rosario, which House Rodsfield is the first and foremost, they have their roots in the ruling dynasties of the small, independent nations that were united upon the founding of the duchy. The houses had a prominent voice in ducal politics, but this was silenced when the region fell to the Empire and Empress Annabella took Rosario's reigns. Yeah, we heard about that, that Rosario was basically like, Mongolia, in that it was like a bunch of different groups and houses united under one flag.
Always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
That's fair, I guess. I am a little hungry. Get the good china, Rutherford. The good china.
So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
Yes.
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
I love this remix here.
The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Cid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Jill seems, to be struggling with some things right now.
Over there. Go on.
She had a pretty, interesting reaction to, specifically Annabella being called a monster.
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice.
I was wondering if this is why you didn't like that term.
Because once they learned that lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Torgal. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense that Jill's still kind of coming to terms with everything that's been happening here and all of that, so we gotta return to the hideaway. The game will not actually let me save right now. I'm imagining... I mean, I gotta return... Hopefully we don't return right into a cutscene? Please give me the opportunity to save. Thank you. I appreciate it. Here be monsters. Alright, well, I am going to save. And we are going to go ahead and end this episode off here. So, hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.